guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to see you guys after a week's gap. I could not post a video last week because I was a little busy preparing for a video series, and I'm starting that today with this video. I'm very excited about it, and I'm sure you will enjoy this entire series, and you will definitely enjoy today's video. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about to-do lists. Now, I am making to-do lists ever since I was a kid. When I was in school, I used to make a to-do list, and that list comprised of usually what I'm going to study in that day, because that's what I did, right? And for reading storybooks or going out to play, I never needed a list for that, because that's what I did even when I'm not doing anything else. And then I started making a to-do list again a few months back when I got married and when I started my YouTube channel, because at that time, like, I was juggling between so many roles. I was going to my lab, I was doing my work over there, I had some family responsibilities, and I also had to do like video edits, writing scripts and all that things for YouTube. And I was so messed up initially. I did not know what I want to do. So there were days when I was not doing one thing, there were days when I used to forget about something else, and then I started making the to-do lists again, and that like really saved my life. I got more organized and more systematic with this plan. And also, like, if you think there are often days when you feel very tired and exhausted by the end of the day. You feel like you have done so much throughout the day, but when you look back, you realize that you have not really done much. You have not really done the important things. This happens because we often tend to do things that are like small tasks that could be limited or avoided, and we keep convincing ourselves that yeah, we are working hard, we are working so much throughout the day, but they are not really the important things that we have to do, and we tend to avoid that or push that away. But with a to-do list, this problem is solved. So in this video, I'm going to tell you how to make a very organized to-do list and how to manage it so that you get a lot of things done in your day and still have some time for yourself. Also, I have designed a to-do list kind of like PDF for you guys, which you can download. I will give you the link in the description box below. So yeah, let's get started with the video now. The first thing that you have to do is to select a mode of making your to-do list. Now, you can make it in a very basic notebook, or you can select a printable to-do list sheet which is like colorful and keeps you motivated to do all the things that you have listed down in the morning. You can also opt for any digital medium. So I personally love using this app called Todoist in my phone. I enter the tasks that I have to do, and also like I can add sub tasks for each of the tasks, like if I have to break that down, and once it's done I can just simply click it and it's gone. So it works when I am outside and I have a few tasks to do like out of my home, and at times, you know, I forget because I don't usually carry my to-do sheet with me when I'm going out, and this app really helps me a lot in such situations. And you can also use this software called Trello. So basically this is something that you can use if you are someone who is always working on your computer, and most of the things that you have to do are like sending mails, editing videos, writing like a CV, or maybe applying somewhere. So in Trello you can create two boards. One is for the to-do list and one is for the done things that you have already done, and you enter everything in your to-do list, and once they're done you can simply shift them off to your done list, and this is how it works. So yeah, if you are more comfortable with the digital medium, Trello and Todoist can really help you. Okay, now that you have selected a mode of your to-do list, it's important to make sure that you have your to-do list in front of your eyes, because at times we make the to-do list and then we forget about it completely because we are not seeing the tasks that we have to do. So in that case, sticky notes really help. You can like paste your sticky notes wherever you are working or wherever you think you need them to remember things. So maybe on your bedroom door or your kitchen door or just above your workplace, wherever you want to. Or you can use digital sticky notes on your desktop or your laptop screen, so that every time you are on your screen you can see the tasks that you have to do and you don't forget them ever. Now the next tip is very important, and make sure that you are listening to this very carefully. Now, to make a successful to-do list, it's always important to have a weekly list. But I will ask you to take this one step further. Start off with making a few master lists. I know it will sound a little overwhelming in the beginning, but trust me, if you sit down one day with like a calm mind, it will maybe take 2 to 3 hours and you're sorted for the year. Yes, that's how this system works. It's like super easy. So basically you will have a few master lists that will work throughout the year. So basically in these master lists, you add the things that you do repeatedly, maybe once every year, maybe twice every year, maybe once every month. So that's how it works. In the first master list, add 3 sections: yearly, half yearly and quarterly. Now in the yearly master list, add the things that you do once every year, like filing your tax, going for Diwali shopping, sitting for your final exam and all the things like that. Again, in the half yearly sheet, fill in the things that you do twice every year, maybe decluttering your space, maybe sitting for your semester exam. And similarly, in the quarterly list, make sure that you are adding the things that you do in every 3 months. So maybe you go for a doctor's checkup, or maybe you get a like health test done. So yeah, all those things go to this first master list. In the second master list, make sure that you are adding the things that you do once every month. And when you are making this list, make sure that you are assigning weeks for your tasks. So for example, you go grocery shopping once every month and you do that in the first week of the month. Add that in the first week of your monthly sheet. Maybe you do a budgeting for the next month in the last week of every month. Make sure that you are adding this task in the last week. And in this way, your second master list will be ready. Now in the final master sheet, make a weekly section and add all the things that you do once or twice every week. And make sure that you are also writing the number of times you are doing that. So for example, you are going for your yoga class once every week. Write that down. Maybe you are writing a blog and you upload blog posts twice every week. Make sure that you are writing that you will upload blog posts twice every week. So this is like your weekly section. And in the last section, add the things that you do daily no matter what. So maybe you do a 30 minutes workout, maybe you water your plants. So add these things in your daily list. And yeah, that's your master lists ready for the year. And once these master lists are ready, you can start making your weekly to-do list. Now for this weekly list, add a section that's must, like pick all the works from your master lists and include them in the must section. These are the things that you have to do in that week, and then add all the extra things that you want to do in that week. And yeah, your weekly to-do list will be ready. And then from this weekly to-do list, you can make your daily to-do lists. Now the fourth thing that you have to do once you make your to-do list is organizing it. You can organize it according to whatever way you feel comfortable, but I will give you a few popular options and I'm sure you will find all of them very useful. So the first way is probably the most common way, and that's the 4-quadrant system, which was formulated by Stephen Covey. So basically in the 4-quadrant system, you draw 4 boxes and each box is assigned for one type of task. So the first box is for the tasks that are very urgent and important. The second one is for the tasks that are not very urgent but important. The third one is for the tasks that are urgent but not very important. And the last one is for the tasks that are not urgent and not important. So when you make this 4-quadrant system, you know exactly the things that are urgent or important for you and you work accordingly. So the rule is that you will avoid everything in the 4th box. You will try to limit everything in the 3rd box. You will give a lot of priority to everything in the 2nd box so that the things in your 1st box become lesser, because when you do the things that are really important for you, this urgency kind of gets reduced, and yeah, you establish a really good systematic organized way of working. You can also make your to-do list based on your energy. So maybe there's a time of the day when you are very energetic and you want to keep all the important tasks for that time, and then when you are not feeling that energetic, you can keep everything else that don't require that much of attention. Another way is to make the list based on how big or small the tasks are, like how much time each one of that will take up. So when you make your list like this, you know that these tasks will take up a lot of more time than the others, and for those big tasks you will probably not add more than 2 to 3 in a day. And yeah, this helps you to plan ahead that okay, these will take up a lot of time, I will do them first, and all things like that. Another one is a field-based system, and this really works well for someone who is juggling between a lot of different roles. So basically you will have a separate to-do list for each of the fields that you are working in. You will have a professional part where you add everything that you have to do at your workplace. Then you will have a section where you add everything that you work on, maybe a side hustle or some family responsibilities. And lastly, add a section just for yourself. So maybe your doctor's appointments, maybe your hobby classes, or anything that you do for yourself, add them to this field. You can also try the daily theme based system. So basically if you are trying to build your own business, then like on day 1 you are probably working on building your website. On day 2 maybe you are working on the designs of the things that you are trying to launch. On another day you are writing the blogs, and then like one of the days you want to take rest throughout the day. So yeah, this list will work for you in such cases. Another way of managing your to-do list is by time blocking. So along with writing down the tasks, also assign some specific time for each of the tasks. So say for example you will exercise, and that is for 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. daily. So at that specific time you will exercise instead of doing something else. And if you are someone who tends to forget things or is bad with time management, this time blocking system will really help you out. So if you are someone who loves colorful stationery and stuffs, then probably you will love color blocking your to-do list. Now when you color block, you will have to assign a specific color for each of the type of works that you are doing. For me, I assigned 4 different colors for the things that I do at my workplace, then for my YouTube work, for my home responsibilities, and for my self-care. And then after making the list, I tagged each of these tasks using each of these colors. And yeah, that's how I color block my to-do list, and this is a fun way of using colorful pens. So yeah, you can give this a try too if you want to. Next, make sure that you are being specific and you are writing down clear actions. So don't write down goals like completing 100,000 subscribers in YouTube, publishing 4 new research papers, coming first in the exam. These are goals. This cannot be your daily to do kind of things, you know. Write down the things that you have to do to make those goals become reality, to make those goals happen. So while making your lists, make sure that you are not adding too much. Just add the number of works that you will be able to complete in a day, because quality is always a lot more important than quantity. Also, make sure that you are adding some buffer time. So for example, if you are keeping one task for say 4 p.m. to 6 p.m., don't add the next task just at 6 p.m. because probably you will take up 10 minutes more, and in that way your routine will get a little disturbed. So always keep a gap of 15 to 20 minutes between 2 tasks. In this way you will be able to manage them better, and also you won't be exhausted. Now while approaching the tasks on your to-do list, make sure that you start off the day with a small task, something that's not very significant but something that you will have to do, something that's not very important or overwhelming, and something that can be completed in a short time. So once you do that, you get the encouragement and motivation to complete all the other things. So yeah, it's always a smart idea to start off with something very small, and then for the second task, pick something that's very important. Pick the most important task of the day, something that will take up a lot of your time and effort, because you will have to do that no matter what. So make sure that you are doing it very early in the day. Start investing your time and effort in that, and once it's done, 60% of your work is done for the day, and then you can finish off whatever is remaining. And when you work in this manner, you are always being able to complete what's very important for the day, and it really works a lot better than any other approach. Also make sure that you are adding some self-care ritual or some reward for yourself at the end of your to-do list. This helps you in 2 ways. One, we often tend to avoid self-care. We often tend to forget it, but it's really very important. So when you mention that in your to-do list, you end up doing it for yourself, which you really deserve. And also when you have a reward at the end of the day, you feel the urge of completing everything in the list and then going for that reward. So like it can be anything. It can be a facial routine, it can be pampering yourself with some good home cooked food, it can be reading your favorite book or watching a movie. Add anything that you love doing, and I'm sure it will help you and keep you motivated to follow your to-do list for the next day. And lastly, make sure that you have a review system. You can have a daily review system or you can have a weekly review system. So make sure that you are going through the to-do list for the day or for the week. Take a look, If you have completed everything, that's great. If you have not, that's also fine. You don't have to be hard on yourself, because at times, you know, some things come up that are more important and we have to do that no matter what, and we tend to miss something from our daily to-do list, and that's just fine. You can reschedule it for another day or another week, but when you review it, you know what you have actually missed, and this really helps you. So yeah, make sure that you have a review system, and then you can follow the same thing for the next week. So yeah, these are all the tips that I have for you guys. I'm sure if you follow this, you will be able to make a successful and organized to-do list, and you will get a lot of things done in one day. Do let me know what you think of these tips. If you find this helpful, give it a big thumbs up. Also, make sure that you subscribe to my channel and click that bell icon. I will come back with a new video very soon. Till then, take care and bye bye.